Well, today on the National Real Estate Cafe with Don Getling and Gino Franti, we're going to summarize a few things that are going on in our economy.
All right, I like the new intro. All right, we always try to share with you. You can get so much information. Go to nrecafe.com. There's 500-600 YouTube videos, or go to donandgino.com. Been doing a radio show now for over 6 years. There's over 1,000 interviews with some of the best professionals you will ever see.
All right.
On that note.
So this is what we learned from our professionals. We learned to dissect all of the data and give you relevant information. Let's take a look at this slide.
All right, first slide. Woo, that's a lot of info, Gino.
It is, but let's break it down pretty quick. Look, President Trump is making a lot of promises. The one thing we have seen about Mr. Trump
president making promises?
Yeah, but the one thing we've seen about him, like it or not like it, he does take action.
Yeah, he does. So we're waiting.
Sometimes it's not all that refined, but he takes action.
There's no refinement there, but he's a businessman, not a politician, obviously. Yep. So on this point, basically, we can go back to the slide. It's okay.
Yep.
There we go. All right, on this, because the first one, everybody's going to be trying to read what this is, but President Trump is talking about, obviously, the tax cuts. And these aren't tax cuts really for you and I. It's really for corporate tax cuts.
Yeah, now what that reminds me of is it reminds me of Ronald Reagan's trickle-down economics, doesn't it? So it could be good. It could create more jobs. It could create better jobs.
That's the idea.
Let's see how it all pans out.
All right. So with that and the momentum of what's going on in the economy right now, good old Yellen, she's head of the Fed and basically helps control whether we raise interest rates or not.
Short-term interest rates,
Short-term interest rates, yes. Not long-term interest rates, but it can affect long-term interest rates as well, as we saw when she said, hey, I think we're going to need to keep raising rates to control inflation.
Yeah, and we actually think they are going to raise rates again in March, and we'll see a little bit later that might be prudent.
Yeah, I think so. And the idea is we have to control inflation. Inflation goes up too much and we can't afford the higher prices. So basically what they do is raise interest rates to slow down the economy a little bit, slow the amount of investment going back into the economy to slow it down.
All right. And finally, what we're going to see this week today, actually, is we're going to get the new home sales data and existing home sales data later this week. So we'll see if everything in the momentum and all that in housing is also carrying forward.
Well, we also have the Fed minutes coming out. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. We got one more chart because
let's hold that one until tomorrow. It's too much info for today, Don.
You think the CPI is too much?
All right, bring it on.
All right, this chart, because we were talking about inflation, will show you why it's important. Go to the next slide. Oh, I have to go to it. There you go. I got to help our guy.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, what you see here is inflation is heating up, and it's the Fed's job to moderate and control inflation by raising short-term interest rates. And that's what we just talked about. That's what the Fed's going to do. We think it's going to happen in March.
All right. We thought that you'd like the pretty charts. We like them, too. All right. If you like this and more, text NREC to the number 58885. You get these right to your phone. Share with your friends or go to nrecafe.com.